Hello, Times viewers. Welcome to tonight's coverage of the 2022 Campbell County General Election. We've got a great team assembled tonight. I've got Brandon Johnson, John Muse, Alan Miller, and Jeremy Young on camera with me. And before we go any further, I'd like to thank our good friends at Exterior Home Solutions for making tonight's broadcast possible.
Yeah, and Pat, they do a phenomenal job for anything that you need, home-related. Exterior Home Solutions is your go-to.
A good hunk of our elected offices will be decided tonight. Big county mayor's race, big sheriff's race, a very contentious clerk's race. The entire commission is on the board, half the school board, all the constables. Right now, we're going to talk about some of the races that are foregone conclusions. From a broader 8th Judicial District standpoint, Elizabeth Asbury will remain our chancellor. She ran unopposed, as did John McAfee, our circuit court judge. From the judicial side of it, Lee Jeffers remains our public defender, and Jared Effler remains our attorney general after tonight.
And Pat, both of those, Jared Effler and Lee Jeffers, had really contentious races 8 years ago.
Correct.
So it's just kind of a testament to what a good job they do at their jobs that nobody even stepped up to challenge them.
And all of the races I just mentioned are the 8-year term races. From a Campbell County point of view, a few things we know. In the 4th District, Johnny Bruce, Charles Baird, and Sue Nance will remain commissioners as they had no opposition. Ronnie Lasley will remain your 4th District School Board representative, and Dewey Madison will remain your 4th District Constable. Those races, again, they are foregone conclusions.
We had some school board races, I believe, was 5th District unopposed, Crystal Creek Board?
Yes, indeed, Crystal was also unopposed, if I'm not mistaken.
Bobby Van, did we mention that?
Well, I would say, coming up next, we got Bobby Van as far as the county-wide offices. Will remain in office as he was also unopposed. Everything else, we'll start getting you totals in. Polls should be closed, should be coming in very soon. We've all been out and about this election season, so there are some very contentious races. Let's start with Brandon with me. You've seen a lot this election cycle.
Yes. I'll say this election cycle, Pat, has been really unique. And I'm going to start by saying, Pat, we have a lot of really good folks running. I mean, legitimately. Any of our candidates for sheriff, great people. I think any of the 3 of them would do a good job as sheriff. They just have slightly different views. Same thing for county mayor. We've got 3 great men who have given a lot of service to our county and our community that are active, and they're just great people all around, and so we're really blessed to have those folks.
Jellicoe's coming in.
All right, we have some 5th District results coming in.
They're coming in pieces. We're going to try to make some of these work. These are going to John. These are going to John.
John will have those really soon.
She's pulling the hill on me here. It's kind of, and while we wait on these to upload to my phone, Brandon, can you explain some of the difference, or Jeremy weigh in on it? We see these county commission districts, some of them have 1 or 2 people running, 3 people running that maybe can fill a seat, just 1 extra person. Then you have like the 1st district. How many candidates are running? 10, 12, maybe 14? How many votes do you think is going to take to win that 1st district?
I think there are so many people in the 1st District. Personally, I think like Becky Aiken is going to be a really strong contender. Lots of folks know her, former board president of the Chamber of Commerce, manager at Woodson's Cash Store, kind of Rob Woodson's right hand in a lot of ways, incredibly competent businesswoman, has a lot of skills. You've got her running, you've got the manager at the oil change place at Sharps running. He's a great guy as well. Competitor me, but good guy. You've just got so many good people running in the 1st District, and the list kind of goes on.
And there's Mike King, who has done so much with youth sports in our county.
Yeah.
And a super good guy himself. You've got Steve Sewell, who is a very smart man, great guy. There's so much good And I feel like Zach, our incumbent, has done a fine job.
Here's our 5th District County Commission totals. Ralph Davis, 124 out of Jellicoe Precinct. Michael B. Douglas, 115. Tyler L. King, 173. Derek Lynn Sharp, 113. Pauline Walden Roberts, 56.
And that is the biggest precinct, if I'm not mistaken, in the 5th District.
Yeah, and what's huge, Tyler King led the 5th District 4 years ago, and it looks like by these early votes just right from the Jellicoe Precinct, he may continue to do that. We'll see if that trend continues through the night or not. But if you don't know Tyler, he's just an incredible younger guy, very vibrant, has a great passion and energy. But some of these others shocked me. I thought Tyler King would be our first, and I thought Mike Douglas would be second. I didn't picture Ralph Davis being second. So we'll see if those trends continue throughout the night as well.
Not surprisingly, Monty Bullock, 153. Eddie Crabtree, 68 in the county trustee race.
In Jellicoe.
In Jellicoe Precinct. Monty is really hard to beat.
Can you run that one more time?
Third one just came through.
Monty Bullock, 153. Eddie Crabtree, 68. The county clerk, Maria Baird Barton, 98. Todd Nance, 24. Dwayne Wilson, 1.
98 to 24.
That's impressive.
Baird family runs strong in Jellicoe. They're from the 5th District. That is
Hallmark of their
an expected result. They really do well up there in the field. It's carried them to a couple of elections. Register of Deeds, Brittany Miller Faust, 54. June Turner, 62. Ooh, that's going to be a close one, it looks like.
And June's a stalwart of the 5th District.
Which I will tell you this, I think out of maybe everybody in the entire election, Brittany Miller Faust has probably worked the hardest in my opinion. That lady is everywhere. And I like both of the candidates. You know, there were so many races that me as a voter, I sat down and I thought, oh gosh, who am I going to vote for? Because I like both of them and I think both of these candidates would do a good
There's
job.
a lot of competent candidates running this country.
Yeah.
We're getting an update here from the 5th District. Hold on just a second. I want to step off camera for a minute.
Sure.
Talking about people who worked hard too, man, credit to Zach Walden and his family who have been running a 5-county campaign. Listen, Bob and Pam Walden are educators. Summer is normally their time off-ish because they're administrators. But they have taken the grand tour of the 8th Judicial District.
Yeah, that may be an understatement. I mean, every time you see Zach, and likewise, anytime you see Graham, who's also running for the office, they are just all over the place all the time.
Yes, and Graham, obviously I've known Zach his entire life. I didn't know Graham until this campaign. Graham's a super good guy, would also make a great judge.
Yeah, we're blessed with 2 great candidates there. I would say 3, but I don't know nothing about Tom Tabor. I think he's got like 1 sign in Campbell County, and I've seen him at maybe 1 event, maybe.
I actually had the pleasure of interviewing Mr. Tabor. He's a very passionate man. He would bring a load of experience to the race. Like I said, he's very passionate. Seems like a super good guy. But like I said, just from a Campbell County electoral standpoint, we've just not seen a lot of it.
Nope, and I wouldn't have known, I think I saw 1 sign of Tabor.
And it's at Walmart.
And it's at Walmart. And I've had people ask me, who is this guy? I had no clue. I didn't even know you met him. Have absolutely no idea who he is.
I know of 3 sons in the county, and so.
And of course, Zach, great fella, and I had the pleasure of meeting Graham as well. Stand-up guy, but Tabor, I'll be shocked if he pulls anything at all for Campbell County.
And, you know, with that judge's race, I will say this. I've had the pleasure of interviewing all 3 candidates. And they've all made the statement, even though obviously Zach lives in, born, raised, lives in Campbell County. You know, Graham nor Tom are native Campbell Countyans. They all said they would keep the main office of the judge in Campbell County.
Well, and what's really interesting, you have Graham and Zach who are the two favored candidates for the 8th Judicial District Criminal Court Judge position, both in their 30s.
Correct.
And Shane Sexton was elected to this position in his 30s. So they both have a lot, whoever of the two of them win, have big shoes to fill.
And, you know, while we're waiting on some more results to come in, let's give Shane Sexton his flowers real quick. You talk about a man
Of
who is,
integrity.
yes, he has served this district so well. His drug court system is revolutionary. He's actually been appointed to a 3-person panel that serves under Governor Lee that will continue to deal with the opiate crisis.
You know, even though whoever wins this race is a stand-up guy, and I'm just going with Graham or Zach because I know nothing in favor. So
Yeah.
if Zach or Graham, they're both stand-up guys, but they have huge shoes to fill. I had the pleasure of being on a jury with Shane Sexton, and it was just a great. It was a pleasure to be on the jury. No one wants to be on a jury. When you get called for jury duty, it's like, how can I get out? But he made it as painless as possible, and he was very informative. He was a great judge, and we will be missing him.
And here's something that's important. You know, like I've got 2 little cousins, Sailor and Bronson, and as they grow older, likely whoever's elected tonight to fill this criminal court judge race is going to be serving until they're my age. I mean, whoever's elected tonight will likely serve the next 20 to 30 years in this judgeship. I mean, there's a really strong chance of that. And so kids like them are going to grow up, and this is a huge opportunity for our communities to elect somebody that's really great.
And of course, you know, us,
Oh, we got some results.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to make a correction first. The original totals that I came out with a few minutes ago, that was the Newcomb precinct rather than the Jellicoe precinct.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a little low for the Jellicoe precinct. I heard voter turnout there was low, but I didn't think it was that low.
Here's some Jellicoe numbers that we have right now. Maria Baird Parton, 201.
Jellicoe precinct.
Jellicoe precinct. There was the Newcomb precinct with the lower numbers. Maria Baird Parton, 201. Todd Nance, 37.
Wow.
Dwayne Wilson, 2.
that's twice as many as he got in,
Can you read that one more time, John?
Maria Baird Parton, 201. Todd Nance, 37. Dwayne Wilson, 2.
Wow. That is, I mean, if the 5th district continues to be 75% Maria Baird Parton, that's going to be huge. And I just don't know if Todd can close that gap on this side of the mountain. If they're competitive on this side of the mountain and it's a 75% landslide there, that may be what Maria Baird Parton needs. And I'm interested, you know, she's a strong candidate. They're both really strong candidates. Both would be great for the job. But Mr. Nate spent a lot of time in Jellicoe, it seemed like. And so I'm shocked that so far he's not had a stronger showing there.
Jacksboro Middle School is en route to Patrick and John.
Okay.
Jeremy, I'm sending you.
Criminal court judge, this apparently out of Jacksboro Middle School. Thomas J. Tabor, 13.
Out of what school?
Jacksboro Middle. Thomas J. Tabor, 13. Zach Walden, 157. Graham E. Wilson, 56.
That's going to be a tough hill to climb.
And if you remember, how far back does the judgeship go of someone from Campbell
What I was
County?
about to say, Brandon grew up with Shane Sexton. We grew up with Lee Asbury.
Correct.
Yeah.
I never
Campbell
knew
County
that
has
was
had
judge.
an 8th district judicial judge for a very long time. This county has elected that judge.
Yeah.
Get some county mayor votes in from Jacksboro Middle School. Jack Lynch, 98. E.L. Morton, 87. Robert Higginbotham, 47. Monty Bullock, county trustee, 175. Eddie Crabtree, 49. General Sessions judge, Christy Anderson, 54. Bill Jones, 102. Amanda Simmons, 77.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bill Jones, a relative newcomer, first political office he's ever ran to, 102 votes at Jacksboro Precinct.
That's unprecedented, but that's still a close race. That's still.
Your sheriff results, Robbie Goins, 102. Eddie Wayne Barton, 97. Jamie Hall, 31.
Razor thin margin at Jacksboro Middle School in the sheriff's race.
Can you read those one more time?
Eddie Wayne Barton, 97. Robbie K. Goins, 102. Jamie Hall, 31.
And I'll be honest, I think that's a very respectable showing from Jamie Hall.
It is.
I think she's a fantastic woman.
She's a great officer.
She's a great officer.
That's
She's a
what
great
she has.
person. I
Well,
don't
yes, she
think she's going to have what it takes to pull it off tonight. But the votes that she's pulling from one of the two kind of leading candidates may be enough to change the way that race looks.
County Clerk's Office, Maria Baird Parton, 100. Todd Nance, 126.
Wow.
Dwayne Wilson, 8. So Todd made up some ground here in the Jacksboro district, which is kind of his hometown.
And this is Jacksboro Middle, not Jacksboro
Jacksboro
Station,
Middle.
correct?
Jacksboro Middle.
Can you read that one more time?
Maria Baird Parton, 100. Todd Nance, 126. Dwayne Wilson, 8. Register of Deeds, Jacksboro Middle. Brittany Miller Faust, 114. June Turner, 113. Razor Theme.
Wow.
Well, and it was expected because we have such good candidates running.
Exactly.
Right.
Everyone running is a stand-up pretty much person, and it's hard to vote for you. You know, you're like, well, I like this person, I like this person, so it's going to be a neck-and-neck race.
Well, June Turner, she's been in that office for 42 years
Correct.
at this point. She was there before Dormus Miller was there as an employee, and Brittany Faust, as Brendan had said earlier, she's everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, she's definitely put a lot of boots to the ground, so to speak, as far as meeting people, talking with people, and making sure that that her name is out there.
What are our early totals so far in the county clerk's race where we have a lot of results in from 3 precincts?
We shift over to the big board. We're still working on getting the big board entered.
While we're waiting on that, I have La Follette Middle School numbers. When you're ready, Thomas Tabor, 21 in the criminal court judge race. Zach Walden, 169. Graham Wilson, 78. Again, that's 21 for Tabor. Zach Walden, 169. And Graham Wilson,
So that's La Follette
78.
Middle.
That is La Follette Middle.
But Zach continues as the Campbell County tradition. The Campbell County guy runs strong in the county.
Now, also, a lot of people.
What was the other result, Jeremy?
County Mayor, Robert Higginbotham, 90. Jack Lynch, 133. E.L. Morton, 69.
One more time.
That's Robert Higginbotham at 90. Jack Lynch at 133. E.L. Morton at 69.
And what, this is La Follette Middle.
This is La Follette Middle, that is correct. County Commission race, Beverly Stanfield Hall, 125. Dwayne Kitts, most people know him by Mailman. He had 154. Scotty Kitts had 148. Lisa Lester, 86. Dalton Settles, 33. And Johnny Vanover with 83.
Can you do that one more time, please?
I sure can. That's Beverly Hall with 125. Dwayne Kitts at 154. Scotty Kitts at 148. Lisa Lester at 86. Dalton Settles at 33. And Johnny Vanover at 83. And just let me know whenever you're ready, and I'll call off the trustee race and general sessions race from there.
Can we do general sessions?
We can do general sessions. Christy Anderson, 93. Bill Jones, 134. Amanda Salmon, 62.
Wow.
Man,
Bill Jones is ahead by a good margin right now.
Yes, yes.
And then you had trustee as well?
Yes, I have trustee as well. Monty Bullock, 200. Eddie Crabtree, 75.
I'm sure Eddie's a great guy, but just woe unto anybody who runs against Monty Bullock.
Right.
I mean, that's
Listen,
a tough hill to climb.
Tommy Overton ran, and Tommy Overton's a great guy, ran against Monty.
It's
Monty has that office as long as he wants.
same as Bobby. It's difficult.
I think Monty served there for 30 years.
Mine's been there a long time.
That's a long time.
He's doing a good job. There's really no.
Yeah, Jeremy's got more results.
Yeah, I've got more. The sheriff's race for La Follette Middle School, Eddie Wayne Barton, 114. Robbie Goins, 121. Again, very slim margins there. Jamie Hall, 53.
That's a very respectable vote for Jamie, who actually, in speaking to, did not get out of the campaign a lot.
No, she was visible, but you know she ran a little bit lower campaign. But those are great numbers.
Do you have Clerk as well?
Clerk, Maria Baird Parton, 100. Todd Nance, 152. Dwayne Wilson, 30.
Todd continues to eat away into Maria Baird's big lead from the 5th district.
And that is a neck and neck race right now.
Looks like the sheriff's race is going to shape up just like it did when Jimmy Jeffries and Robbie ran. It came right down to the very end.
Yeah.
And looks like this one's going to go the same way. And as Brandon pointed out, that Jamie Hall vote, who's it pulling votes away from?
Right.
We just don't know.
I don't know because, you know, with Jamie being from this side of the mountain, maybe she's pulling some Robbie votes.
But Jamie's also originally from the 5th.
But Jamie's also originally from the 5th
Right.
district. And again, you know, and we'll see as the night shapes up. It looks like Bill Jones may pull ahead early in the general sessions race. We've got Jacksboro, we've got La Follette. He's leading by quite a good chunk right now. I wonder if that trend's going to continue.
I'm honestly curious if we get the tallies totaled, whether Christie or Amanda's in second place right now.
Yeah.
I think Christie may be in second place.
Let's go ahead and do the Register of Deeds while we're talking. Brittany Miller Faust, 184. Again, this is from La Follette Middle School. Miller Faust at 184. June Turner at 93.
Big win there for Brittany.
That's
a big win.
That's big.
She is from this part of the county and that part of that area, and she's going to run strong there.
And I'm gonna say something about Brittany that is probably very underrated in what people think that helps her be visible. She was for years a waitress at Charlie's Pizza. And let's be honest, we all go eat Charlie's Pizza.
It is the restaurant. But both June and Brittany have been countywide. You've seen both of them.
Mm-hmm.
They've both campaigned well. You've seen both of them. You've seen Brittany a lot, but you've also seen June, and I've also seen Amanda out a lot. So I'm kind of shocked at the numbers right now, but I've seen Amanda. She has campaigned well.
Yeah. Before we speak any more on this election, let's give a big shout out to our good friends at Exterior Home Solutions. They're a great sponsor of the Times. They're making this broadcast possible. So Dustin and your crew, we greatly appreciate what you're doing for us and the citizens of Campbell County tonight.
So we know the storms have been bad lately.
Score was real
We're
bad.
bound to have roof leaks, siding blown off. Call Exterior Home Solutions. They'll take care of all that. Not going to put you off for months and months and months like a lot of contractors do right now. So
Yeah.
just get with Exterior and you will be very satisfied with what you get from them.
Yeah, and I've done a lot of business with them personally and professionally, and they're just all around stand-up folks there. I mean, they're good, they're honest, they're professionals. Now, we read off the Jellicoe totals earlier. Did we have any updates from General Sessions or Sheriff in Jellicoe?
I've not gotten those yet.
As the way the printouts work, I mean, we're getting these pictures on our phone. So sometimes when you're getting a lot of media coming in to your smartphone at once, no matter how good your internet is, it can bottleneck. So we're waiting on some more.
What's the grand total right now up on the board? Is that the 8th judicial judge? Is that Zach and Graham up there now?
Zach and...
So we have Zach at 450 and Graham at 226. Am I reading that correct?
Yes, we are.
Based on past elections, I would say give us another 10, 15 minutes.
That's just 3 precincts
And,
reporting in though.
And
Early voting is going to come in, and that's going to really.
How was early voting this year?
And again,
it's
that
trending down.
It's trending
it was
down.
down this year across the entire state of Tennessee and in Campbell County.
Jeremy?
again, the judges race that we were just talking about is a 8th judicial district race that makes up 5 counties.
And one of those counties is in Central Time.
Yes, Fentress County is Central Time.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that judgeship does so many different counties, not just us.
Yes. It's Campbell, Scott, Union, Fentress, and Morgan counties.
Claiborne as well.
Cleveland.
Oh, Claiborne, not Morgan. Sorry.
Right.
I apologize.
Morgan is the 7th district with Anderson County.
Yes.
So I do have some interesting news for a lot of our viewers. Just got messaged from a good friend in Scott County. Looks like they may have a change in sheriff if things continue. Ronnie Phillips, the incumbent, got 1,712 votes in early voting, so their early voting totals are out. So that's a good indication Campbell County's may be out soon. Brian Keaton, 2,489.
Now, let me speak on Brian Keaton. I love Brian Keaton. He has been our chief of police in Caryville for some time. He has done an outstanding job. As an elected alderman of the city of Caryville, I truly hate to see Brian go. As someone who genuinely likes Brian Keaton, I'm very happy that he's getting to probably be the sheriff of his home county.
Well, and here's one thing too. I don't know, there's quite a bit of negative PR lately involving some Scott County stuff, but I think that happened after early voting.
Oh, it absolutely did.
But before election day. So if the early voting totals already are favoring Keaton by that kind of margin.
It's a lot of numbers.
Yeah. And so that's.
And Scott County will get a dandy of a law enforcement officer in Brian Keaton. Very much so. I've had the pleasure of knowing him even before I was elected in Caryville. He would come by when my grandmother was still living and check on her. And I lived in a neighborhood that was a much older neighborhood. Ironically, now I'm about the old man on the street. In a span of about 6 years, I went from being the youngest person on that street to almost the oldest. And Chief Keaton, and all of Caryville Police, but Chief Keaton has really run a good ship there.
So Ronnie Phillips, the incumbent sheriff in Scott County, 40% of the early voting totals. That is not looking good for him.
And like I said, that's very interesting in A, their neighbors, and B, it's going to mean some law enforcement changes in my beloved hometown of Caryville.
We should be getting the armory here in soon, and as I said, early voting, based on past elections, it usually will hit in Campbell County, and they release that around the 8:40, 8:45 p.m. promise at this time. Maybe it'll come a little earlier, but we do have someone at the campaign election headquarters.
We're getting some questions from Tom's viewers as I'm looking about asking who's winning the sheriff's race. Right now, it is essentially a tie.
There's no way to call this race.
We've
right
only
now.
got 3 precincts. It's on the board now. We've only had 3 precincts in, with 432 for Barton, 244 for Goins, and 85 for Jamie.
Have an update here from the Caryville Armory.
Okay.
This is a pretty big total.
Jacksboro Station.
Jacksboro Station. This is, well, I believe Al maybe votes there.
That's where I vote now.
Okay, County Mayor, Robert L. Higginbotham, 130.
Jacksboro Station.
Jack Lynch, 196. E.L. Morton, 144.
Close race there.
County
Close race.
Commission, District 3. Dwayne Baird, 248.
Wow.
Rusty Orrick, 211. Scott Stanfield, 201. Will Irwin, 135. So it looks like the incumbents are doing well at the Jacksboro Station there.
Yeah, it looks like, I will say this, it was a little bit warm in there, but there was a good turnout at Jacksboro Station. It's the first time I've ever voted there.
Yeah, I think besides maybe besides Jeremy's totals, or maybe these are the biggest totals we've had at any station
Yeah,
tonight.
they had a big turnout at
That's why
Jacksboro
those two
Station.
were pretty close.
A lot of candidates out there. It was a good voting experience, in and out, no time. But like I said, there was a lot of people.
Our folks at the election commission are in pretty shit.
They really do. You can't talk too much about how well they do their job. It's fast, it's simple, they get you in, they get you out, they're very knowledgeable. It's a pleasurable experience to vote. Let's see, what do we got up now? We've still got our 3 precincts for the county mayor's office up.
We got anything else from Jacksboro Station?
Whistle Falls coming
It
in.
looks like La Follett's.
Well, the West Follett precinct is starting to come in. We'll start filtering those out to you shortly.
In state races, Chuck Fleischman has a commanding lead over Sandy Casey, 134 to 26 from the Jacksboro Station. Not surprised, not Jacksboro, from Jacksboro Middle. Dennis Powers, he had 151. He was running unopposed. Dennis is running strong there.
Now, back to the Chuck Fleischman. I don't even know who the other person was. You'll see a Chuck Fleischman sign every now and then, but as far as the person running against him,
I'm honestly surprised someone ran against him.
I
I'm
interviewed her.
shocked.
I interviewed her. She's a very patriotic American. She just thought she had something different to offer than Fleischman. Now, personally, as an elected official, I deal with Chuck Fleischman's son. I deal with his representative, Tammy Merritt, a lot. She is a very helpful woman. Chuck Fleischman cares about his district. So, you know, I mean, I interviewed her at our event up at Hidden Springs Farms. Nice lady, very patriotic, loves her country. But the incumbent advantage is real.
And like you said, Chuck
Absolutely.
has been the real deal.
He absolutely has. I've been to many events. Campbell's a small town in the grand scheme of our congressional district. He has never shied away from coming to events in Campbell. He has never shied away from helping us.
He's never really shied away from events in the county in general.
No, you see Chuck Fleischman a lot.
Yes, Chuck Fleischman is here.
We're getting a couple updates for some folks wanting just some kind of voting totals, what we've announced so far. General Sessions Judge Bill Jones is ahead by a pretty good margin. Second is Christy Anderson. In the last place right now we have Amanda Sammons. Criminal Court Judge, of course, here in Campbell County, Zach Walton's ahead. No shock there. Graham Wilson is making a little bit of a dent, but not significant.
Graham's running respectably in a county that his opponent is the home county.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Graham to this point has roughly 25% or so. Kind of going on, county mayor right now, Jack Lynch is in the lead. Hinkie and Morton are a lot closer to one another.
Here's some Campbell County High School results coming in.
Great. What race first?
Criminal Court Judge, Zach Walden, 119. Graham Wilson, 56. Thomas J. Tabor, 13.
And where was that?
Campbell County High School.
High School, District 3. County Mayor, Robert Higginbotham, 48. Jack Lynch, 75. E.L. Morton, 78.
Wow.
That's the first precinct EL has won.
County Commissioner, Dwayne Baird, 115. Rusty Ork, 94. Scott Stanfield, 83. William Irwin, 72. General Sessions Judge, Christy Anderson, 53. Bill Jones, 64. Amanda Sammons, 82.
Can you say that one more time?
Christy Anderson, 53. Bill Jones, 64. Amanda Sammons, 82.
That is the first precinct the incumbent has won.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sheriff, Eddie Wayne Barton, 75. Robbie K. Goins, 105. Jamie Hall, 18.
And that may be the biggest margin in the sheriff's race. so
Campbell
far.
County High School likes their incumbents.
County Clerk, Todd Nance, 97. Maria Baird Parton, 91. Dwayne Wilson, 11.
That's neck and neck. That's
Yeah.
almost even.
Yeah.
Register of Deeds, Brittany Miller Faust, 108. June Turner, 86.
Also, maybe the biggest margin in, that's the one incumbent they apparently don't like at CCHS.
School Board, Randy Heatherly, 91. Cody Parker, 95.
Wow.
Very close there.
I'm going to talk about that race for a minute. I've known both of these guys for a long time. Both are running because they genuinely care about our school system and the kids in it. Randy has kids of his own. Cody has a football team, which as a former football coach myself, that's like having 60 or 70 kids a year. You know, one of them standing behind the camera right there. You know, Daniel Collins, my very last team he was a part of. And like I said, I consider him like family. I consider all of those like family. And that's how Cody Parker feels about his kids. And by the same token, Randy has coached many youth sports.
The county trustee from the high school district, Monty Bullock, 138. Eddie Crabtree, 47. I mean, honestly, Eddie's doing surprisingly well. That's how strong Monty runs, as we talked about before.
There's also the fact, we've talked about it, the incumbent advantage, but Monty also has an office where it's very hard to make someone mad. If you're the sheriff, you're making people mad if you're doing your job right. If you're the county mayor, you're making somebody mad.
The commission takes a lot of heat.
School board takes a lot of heat.
Yeah.
I had to help quash a rumor today while I was sitting there that the school board was going to do away with elementary school basketball. Myself, former school board member Clint Bain, and current school board member Ronnie Lassiter were there, and people started asking me this because of my role with the Times, and them because they're a school board member and former school board member. And you know, people go to their elected officials more than you realize they do. And Ronnie was right there to answer the people. So, there's that.
See, we're looking at the board, but nothing new is up on the board yet.
Westlaw Follett is in, and it's in your,
Westlaw Follett, Register of Deeds, Brittany Miller, file 66, June Turner, 44.
Another big one for Brittany. I know that doesn't say West of Follett. I know 66 to 44 is a 22 vote difference, but that's a pretty good hunk.
Well, when you look at these races from 4 years ago, from 2018, a lot of these races were down to, just a couple of hundred votes. So 22 could be a big number.
Those 10s and 20s add up.
And
Yes.
guys, I've got some from a different source on Wynn School. General Sessions Judge from Wynn School.
What happened?
There we go. Christy Anderson, 40. Bill Jones, 74. Amanda Sammons, 77. That's Wynn. Sheriff, nothing to be surprised about here, but maybe close for Sheriff Goins to close this gap. 152, Barton, 40. Sheriff Goins, 7, Jamie Hall.
Well, now here's what's surprising about that to me. Wynn is part of the 5th district, which is Barton's home district.
Yeah. Well, and I think, I may have this wrong, but last election, Sheriff Goins only got about 200 votes in all of the 5th district. And here he's already picking up 40 just out of one precinct in the 4th. So we'll see if that trend continues or not.
Back to Westlaw Follett, School Board, Randy Headley, 66, Cody Parker, 43.
Big pickup for Randy Heatherly in that.
Huge pickup.
Criminal Court Judge, Thomas J. Tabor, 7, Zach Walden, 69, Graham Wilson, 31. Sheriff, Eddie Wayne Barton, 48, Robbie Goins, 55, Jamie Hall, 11.
West of Follett.
You said 48, 55, 11?
Yes.
Okay.
County Clerk, Maria Parton, 43, Todd Nance, 62, Dwayne Wilson, 8. County Mayor, Robert Higginbotham, 23, Jack Lynch, 61, E.O. Morton, 29.
That's a big
That's
right
a
there.
huge jump for Jack. That's a massive on that precinct.
County Commission, District 3, Dwayne Barry, 55, Will Irwin, 33, Rusty Ork, 42, Scott Stanfield, 61.
What was Dwayne Baird's?
Dwayne Barry was 55.
Now, I will say this, obviously we're not calling anything official, but I think that unfortunately Will Irwin might be the odd man out in the 3rd
It
district.
looks like the 3rd district will remain unchanged, barring early voting surprise.
Just a complete shock.
General Sessions Judge, Christy Anderson, 26, Bill Jones, 44, Amanda Sammons, 42.
It's anybody's race right now.
Yes.
One more time,
Between
let's
Bill and
call it.
Amanda.
56 for Anderson,
Okay.
44 for Jones, and 42 for Sammons.
Did you say 56 or 26?
26.
26, Pat.
26 for
That's what I
Anderson.
said.
So again, 26, Christy Anderson, 44, Bill Jones, 42, Amanda Sammons. Guys,
So if we look at our totals, how many precincts up there? 3? There's 4 precincts reporting in, with Christy Anderson at 238, Bill Jones 376, and Sammons are incumbent at 247.
That's a
And that's-
significant lead.
well, hold on, that's not counting Jacksboro. They're still updating it. Bill Jones got 102 votes in Jacksboro Station. Let me be clear. Jacksboro Elementary, excuse me. So we need to move Jacksboro Station to.
I thought we done Jacksboro Station and not
We've
elementary.
done Jacksboro
Yeah,
Station.
No, no,
Jacksboro
okay,
Middle.
Okay, we're not done that.
Okay, we're good. But yeah, it looks like with 4 precincts reporting, Bill Jones has a commanding lead right now.
Yeah, but we still have several precincts left. Have we, 12, 13 precincts
There'll be
left?
a lot of big numbers coming out of the 1st district. That's where you're looking at the county mayor. We'll see how EL does down there in a lot of the 1st district.
Interesting note about the 1st district.
Right now, Jack Lynch is cleaning up in the 2nd, 3rd.
Interesting note about the 1st district. that is both where Robert Higginbotham and Jack Lynch live, and that is Eel's home district. It's not where he lives now, but it's still where the majority of his family lives. So that's going to be very interesting county mayor-wise. So we'll see what goes on from there.
So,
Thank you very much, Daniel.
No water.
Boom. Just kidding.
So we continue to sally forth here. Waiting on some more precincts to get in.
All right, here's a precinct, Charlie White's bringing it in, you tell me where you are,
Our
Charlie.
good friend Charlie,
Alder Springs.
Jeremy, look.
Alder Springs,
Alder Springs.
Way down there in the first district.
So this is going to be telling because there's a large commission race.
That also tends to be up the valley a little bit too.
Right. Well, this is the Coolidge Deerfield portion. So as those come in, as Jeremy and Al look them over, this is our first of the first Campbell County voting district results.
Criminal court judge, we'll do criminal court judge first. Again, this is the Alder Springs precinct. Tabor with 15, Zach Walden with 76, and Graham Wilson with 27. It's like there was also one write-in candidate that
that's what I was looking at.
we are not sure who that was.
We're going to assume it's George.
I was getting ready to look at you.
George Hooks, you got one in the fifth district.
County mayor at Alder Springs, we've got Robert Higginbotham at 32. We've got Jack Lynch at 58. E.L. Morton at 40.
No,
That's that valley first district combo. That's kind of Jack and Robert's kind of home territory there.
It's kind of all three of theirs still, to be honest, because EL's got a large
You
family.
need that again,
presence
Brandon?
there. Nope.
Okay.
So Jack Lynch is doing strong in the mayor's race. It may be, he may have a new county mayor.
County commission in the first district.
Oh, this is
Oh, here we
It's gonna
go.
be a long
This
one.
is gonna be a big one. I think if you have a cousin that lives in the first district, they're probably on the ballot.
Biggest family wins.
David Adkins, 53.
Very strong.
Becky Aiken, 37. Al Alvarez, 5. Ray Bostic, 33. John Bucksbaum at 2. Dwayne Gibson at 29. Holly Boshears Helton at 23. Harley Hill at 3. Mike King at 10. Zachary Marlowe at 64. Tim Richardson at 11. Steve Sewell also at 11. David Wormsley Jr. at 31. I believe that covers everything.
That's all of them. Zach is the incumbent, and he does a good job. David Atkins has been on before, and I know a lot of these people, and I had the pleasure of serving on Campbell Council with Dwayne Gibson at one point. Good guy.
But it looks like, just from that one, Becky Aiken's third.
Seems like my phone because it keeps giving me file size too large. This is, College Hill, and you've got 18 photos there.
But-
There's more on there. More on there.
Jeremy, what else have we got in the first district?
Okay, and in the first district in Alder Springs precinct, Monty Bullock has 99, Eddie Crabtree with 27,
Say 99?
99 for Monty, 27 for Eddie Crabtree.
Alder Springs.
Alder Springs.
Did you have you already did the sheriff from Alder Springs?
Not yet.
Nope. Or General Sessions Judge at Alder Springs.
Trying to
Yeah.
figure out Charlie's phone here.
Charlie,
Yep.
get on there and help them.
General Sessions Judge, Christy Anderson, 39, Bill Jones with 46, Amanda Salmons
Slower.
also with 46.
Okay.
So a dead tie.
I did
between
tie.
Simmons
Anderson
and
39,
Jones.
Bill and Amanda both at 46, with George Hooks as the write-in, I'm assuming.
I'll go with George.
Sheriff's race, Eddie Barton with 49, Robbie Goins with 76, Jamie Hall with 13.
That's a decent margin at that.
Yep.
Can you call us off one more time?
That's Barton at 49, Goins at 76, Jamie Hall at 13.
Okay.
And again, this is the Alder Springs precinct that we're looking at.
Quick trivia fact about Eddie Barton. Alan, myself, and he all lived in Taylor Hall at ETSU at one point.
That is true. That's a long time ago.
He and I worked together at Cove Lake State Park for a while.
You
And I've known Eddie for years.
You got more. Get caught up.
We've still got more over here as
You got a
well.
lot more.
County Clerk, Maria Baird Parton at 48, Todd Nance at 58, Dwayne Wilson at 21.
That's his best showing so far.
Register of Deeds, Brittany Miller Faust at 69, June Turner at 60.
That's a neck and neck for all the springs there.
Yes.
Does that seem-
What part now?
School Board District 1, again, this is Alder Springs Precinct. Dan Coleman with 45, Jeffrey Miller with 82.
College Hill District coming in, criminal court judge,
I guess it- oh, there's-
Thomas J. Tabor, 11, Zach Weldon, 67, Graham Wilson, 36.
These are the state races.
What else we got at College Hill, John?
County Commission, District 2, Beverly Stanfield Hall, 50, Dwayne Melvin Kitts, 62, Scotty Kitts, 54, Lisa Lester, 28, Dalton Suttles, 13, John L. Vanover, 36.
Can you read that one more time, John? Sorry.
Beverly Stanfield Hall, 50, Dwayne Melvin Kitts, 62, Scotty Kitts, 54, Lisa Lester, 28, Dalton Suttles, 13, and John Vanover, 36.
And that was East Lafayette, correct?
That's College Hill.
College Hill.
Oh, that was College Hill.
With two of the three precincts in there, it looks like Hall, Mailman Kits, and Scotty Kits are leading the pack on that.
Not a big surprise, Mailman's very popular, and Scotty Kitts is as well. That third seat was up in the air, but looks like Hall, as you said, one.
Beverly was a popular commissioner when she was in that office.
General Sessions Judge, College Hill, Christy Anderson, 19, Bill Jones, 44, Amanda Simmons, 54.
Second precinct of the night that Judge Simmons has won.
Sheriff, College Hill, Eddie Wayne Barton, 56, Robbie K. Goins, 49, Jamie Hall, 11,
You have to read those out one more time and just one more
A
time.
little slower.
Eddie Wayne Barton, 56, Robert K. Goins, 49, Jamie Hall, 11.
And that is the first precinct on this side of the mountain that Barton has won.
County Clerk, Todd Nance, 63, Maria Baird Parton, 45,
Give me a second.
Okay.
Dwayne Wilson, 6,
Read it one more time.
Maria Baird Parton, 45, Todd Nance, 63, Dwayne Wilson, 6.
Wait a few seconds after you announce what it's gonna be, give it about 2 or 3 seconds. That way they can get caught up over there.
Register of Deeds, College Hill, Brittany Miller Faust, 60, June Turner, 52.
So, let's see, on that race, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We're missing Campbell County for June Turner.
This is Cameron County High School, June Turner.
School
There's-
Board,
Did you have
District
that one
2,
written down? Hold on a second. Did you have that one written down for Campbell County High School for June Turner? Brandon?
86.
Yes, please, thank you.
So that's really neck and neck for that race with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 precincts at 581 for Faust and 466 for Turner.
School Board, District 2, College Hill Station.
Hold on 1 second. Ready? Okay, go.
Sharon Mills Ridner, 69, Marvin Rutherford, 30.
Big lead for the incumbent in that.
Big league.
Constable, District 2. This is the constable's race, College Hill Station. Daryl Chapman, 72. Larry Ford, 30.
I don't know Mr. Ford, but Daryl Chapman has campaigned very hard for a constable race.
He really has. Daryl's a great guy, and he has campaigned just as much as anybody has.
There's a lot more on there too.
Figure out how to get them
Yeah,
up there.
it's all right, we'll get there.
Daryl also was a longtime officer in Carrollton. And then he went on to the sheriff's department and then eventually to the city of LaFollette. So he has a lot of experience, good experience.
This is the Ridgewood Precinct.
I have some 4th District stuff coming in.
Nope.
Ridgewood.
Ridgewood Precinct. We'll start with the criminal court judge, District 8, Ridgewood Precinct. We start with the criminal court judge because frankly it's at the top of the list. Thomas J. Tabor, 12. Zach Walden, 105. Graham E. Wilson, 43. Another close county mayor district here at Ridgewood. Robert L. Higginbotham, 54. Jack Lynch, 57. E.L. Morton, 73.
Wow. Big pull ahead for Morton there.
Yeah, it raised his numbers up for the incumbent on the total score.
Johnny Baird was the leading vote getter, followed by Goat Baird and Sue Hanson, or Sue Hanson, Goat Baird in the opposed 4th District.
Johnny Bruce was the top
Yeah,
vote.
Johnny Bruce.
Johnny Baird, he's running?
Well, I was looking at Charles Baird's name. Okay, county trustee, Monty Bullock, of course,
Yeah.
138 to 44 over Eddie Crabtree. We could probably call that race pretty efficiently at this point.
Yeah,
I mean, but Eddie Crabtree has 263 votes, so that's still a strong showing. Even though it's nearly impossible to beat Monty, you know, good job.
General Sessions Judge here out of Ridgewood, Christy Anderson, 48. Bill Jones, 57. Amanda Simmons, 74.
that is her home voting precinct.
Just neck and neck, all these.
Amanda Salmons lives on the lower end.
Let's give those totals real quick on that race.
Well, if you look at the top one, we've got Christy Anderson total at 325. We have Bill Jones at 479. And we have our incumbent Amanda Salmons at 367 with a total of, 6 precincts reporting.
Sheriff's race, here in the Ridgewood Precinct. Eddie Wayne Barton, 75. Robert K. Goins, 83. Jamie Hall, 28. That's such a tight race. It's going to come down to the last precinct.
That one's gonna come down to early voting.
Yeah.
Early voting will come in soon.
And I'll,
Jellicoe's bump on Barton was massive for his.
I'll be curious, there's been a lot of social media stuff going on, as lots of us know in the last week or so about the sheriff's office. I'm interested to see if this trend was going on through early voting.
County clerk here at Ridgewood. Maria Bear Parton, 92. Todd Nance, 79. Dwayne Wilson, 12. Is that the first district that she's?
What district was that again?
That's the Ridgewood district.
It's in the 4th District.
4th District, Ridgewood Station.
And for those of you that don't know or aren't familiar, they voted the fire department in Ridgewood because the old school is now private property. No, I'm sorry, they actually voted the funeral home now in Ridgewood.
The Register of Deeds race down at Ridgewood. Just super tight. This is another race that's going to come right down to the end. Brittany Miller Faust, 86. June Turner, 88.
Wow.
While we're on this screen, Alan, go ahead and read us the totals for the.
We have Brittany Miller Faust, current with 667 votes, and June Turner at 554, with a total of 7 precincts reporting in.
So that one is still far
That's
too close.
still far, it's really a lot of it is far too
There's
close.
quite a few reports on
Oh,
there.
we've got a lot of precincts are already
Is
in.
early voting on there?
I'll tell you right here.
Things are really starting to.
We have, what, a total of how many, 21 precincts or something like that? Is that how many we have?
It's on your sheet.
Yep, you got a sheet.
There we go, so
There's a lot of them.
there are a lot.
Including a new precinct in LaFollette.
Ah,
Wait, this is early voting?
It's on
No.
the fifth district
Oh.
precinct.
21. So yeah, we've only had 7, well, we got 8, looks like,
Early
reporting in
voting
now.
was just sent in, waiting on it to download.
All right, we will have early voting soon. And though, as we were speaking before, early voting the last 4 election cycles is on a downward trend. It often tells the tale, but now we've got Pinecrest coming in, and that is a first district.
Pinecrest.
Criminal Court Judge, Pinecrest. Thomas J. Tabor, 14. Zach Walden, 74. Graham E. Wilson, 37.
Do we need to stop?
Repeat those again. I'm not there
Or
yet.
good, yeah. Start again now, please.
Thomas J. Tabor, 14. Zach Walden, 74. Graham E. Wilson, 37.
37?
Yes.
Alan, give us the totals on that. I'm sorry, your eyes are much
No,
bigger.
you're
than
fine.
mine.
Well, we have Tabor at 97. We have Zach Walden at a commanding 705. And then we have Wilson at 333. Now again, even though Zach Walden has a commanding lead with this many precincts, that is again a 5-county
Yeah.
judgeship or
Judicial
vote,
district.
judicial district. So even though from what's trending right now, he probably will win Campbell County, but it's
Let's get more Pinecrest stuff out here, I'm dying.
County Mayor. Robert L. Higginbotham, 41. Jack Lynch, 65. E.L. Morton, 36.
Say those one more time.
Robert L. Higginbotham, 41. Jack Lynch, 65. E.L. Morton, 36.
And that is
No, you
Pinecrest,
got-
what you're
you got-
reading.
you got it
Pinecrest.
backwards.
Higginbotham, 41. Lynch, 65. Morton, 36.
For Pinecrest.
Pinecrest
There you
District.
go.
Okay.
And what's our totals looking like there?
Well, that has 6 precincts reporting in on that one, with Higginbotham with 374, Lynch with 535, and our incumbent Morton with 367.
Third place for the incumbent is a very unusual position.
It really is.
Here comes one of the long ones. It's County Commission District 1 out of Pinecrest. David Atkins, 34.
Give him a minute.
My picture is, unfortunately, it's cut off here on David Atkins for right now. I'll have to look back and see if I can see. the-
County Commission, District 1, Pinecrest.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait on that one. The 2 of the A voters are cut off the picture. We apologize for that. County trustee from there, Monty Bullock, 102, Eddie Crabtree, 34. General Sessions Judge, Christy Anderson, 33. Bill Jones, 38. Amanda Simmons, 69.
Oh, wow. That's
Commanding lead for Salmons there.
that's a big jump on
That's,
her.
that's Simmons' stomping grounds down that way. Sheriff's race. Eddie Wayne Barton, 65. Robbie K. Goins, 76.
Wow.
Jamie Hall, 2.
So a quick update on the sheriff's race. So far, Wayne Barton is in the lead with 677 votes, followed by Robbie Goins with 528, and then Jamie Hall with 139.
School Board District 1. Jeffrey Miller, 64. Dan Coleman, 62.
Wow, that is a very close race in that.
And we'll get back to you with the first district
Commission.
totals. So a couple of the names we're missing from our list there.
Kelly Jo, how close are we to early voting totals?
Waiting on it it just arrived.
This is gonna be big. You're gonna see the numbers jump a lot with this early voting. And, this may cast the fate for several of these races.
We have all the other tickets in, we just gotta get them announced. They're on the phone right there. They will come off the phone.
Where's early voting at on there? Okay.
I don't think we have a spot.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
All right, well, yeah.
Right on the-
Criminal Court Judge, District 8. 263 for Thomas J. Taylor.
Where? Where from?
Early voting.
Early voting.
You probably just have to write it on the sides and then add it into
We need to put a precinct under district. Is that what it's called, district?
It's early voting, District 8. It's on precinct, it's a judicial district.
Okay,
Okay, 263 for Thomas J. Tabor. 2,200 for Zach Walden.
Wow.
1,314 for Graham Wilson.
And, you know, looking at that, it's looking like we had a decent but much lower than usual number for early voting.
all right, let's keep going, I'm dying here.
County Mayor,
Hold on one second.
Again, Zach Walden still has a commanding lead in Campbell County.
But that's not, I mean,
That's
This
to
is
be
how
we know
expected.
Zach's gonna win.
That
If
is
Zach
to be
doesn't win
expected.
Campbell County, something's wrong.
Right.
once we finish these early voting totals, we'll come back by and I'll give you the absentee voting totals, which are also on the list. They're not as big as the early voting totals, of course. The county mayor's race, this is probably gonna,
Give him a second to
this
write.
may cast the entire race right here when it comes out.
And these are early voting totals.
I'll read them off again in a moment. This is for our broadcast, though. 981 for Robert L. Higginbotham.
981.
Wow.
1,745 for Jack Lynch. 1,315 for E.L. Morton.
Jack Lynch commandingly leads that.
Read that one more time for us.
981 for Robert L. Higginbotham. 1,745 for Jack Lynch. 1,315 for E.L. Morton.
To put that into perspective here, with all of our, with the totals we have now, that puts Higginbotham at 1312. That puts Lynch at 2243 and Morton at 1691.
That's going to be really hard for anybody to overcome. Out of that, that's going to be tough. For
But we
E.L.
still have several precincts to report.
Yeah,
so.
but still.
This is the long one. County Commission, District 1, early voting. David Atkins, 243. Becky Aiken, 181. Al Alvarez, 35. Ray Bostic, 181. John T. Buckbaum, 35. Dwayne Gibson, 242. Holly Boshiers Helton, 86. Harley Hill, 37. Mike King, 50. Zachary Marlowe, 286. Tim Richardson, 115. Steve Sewell, 87. David Wormsley Jr., 195.
All right, what we got next?
Those are some commanding numbers. And even though this year I don't think early voting was as big as normal, it still has given us tons of numbers.
It still casts a pretty big die.
Listen,
It left a huge footprint.
We gotta get to judge and sheriff because these
We're
numbers.
gonna be rolling off the county commission for a while, so keep your.
Keep where you're at, everybody, keep where you're at.
County Commission, District 2.
Second.
I'll read them off again in a moment. These are for the viewers. Beverly Stanfield Hall, 301. Dwayne Melvin Kitts, 398. Scotty Kitts, 378. Lisa Lester, 162. Dalton Suttles, 54. John L. Vanover, 259. I'll read those off again. Beverly Stanfield Hall, 301. Dwayne Melvin Kitts, 398. Scotty Kitts, 378. Lisa Lester, 162. Dalton Suttles, 54. And John Vanover, 259. County Commission, District 3, here for the viewers. Dwayne Baird,
Hold on. Pause 1 second.
Good.
Okay.
Dwayne Baird, 542. Will Irwin, 331. Lawrence Rusty Ork, 447. And Scott Stansfield, 430. So it looks like the incumbents are probably going to retain their office.
Yeah, we can,
Now, we can call this one.
we can call this one, all three incumbents for your District 3 commission are staying put.
In the fourth, Johnny Bruce once again led the voting totals, and there was he had 517, 481 for Sue Nance, 480 for Charles Baird. So that's an uncontested race, so we know they were going to win. It's just a matter of how many vote totals they get.
How about the 5th district?
Fifth district, Ralph Davis, 281. Michael B. Douglas, 307. Tyler L. King, 370. Pauline Waldman Roberts, 284. Derek Lynn Sharp, 351.
This one's definitely too close to call.
Yeah, it really is looking at those numbers out there.
Monty Bullock, County Trustee, 3,129. Eddie Crabtree, 815. General Sessions Judge,
Hold on just a
Stop.
second, read that one more time.
Hold up.
Monty Bullock, 3,129. Eddie Crabtree, 815. General Sessions Judge, Christy Anderson, 838. Bill Jones, 1519. Amanda Simmons, 1663. Sheriff, early voting. Eddie Wayne Barton, 2007. Robert K. Goins, 1,856. Jamie Hall, 235. Once again, Eddie Wayne Barton, 2007. Robert K. Goins, 1,856. Jamie Hall, 235. County Clerk's race, early voting. Maria Baird Parton, 1,821. Todd Nance, 2005. Dwayne Wilson, 257. So once again, County Clerk, Maria Baird Parton, 1,821. Todd Nance, 2005. Dwayne Wilson, 257. Register of Deeds, early voting. Brittany Miller Faust, 1,916. June Turner, 2008.
That race is still neck and neck.
School Board, District 1. Dan Coleman, 253. Jeffrey Miller, 467. School Board, District 2. Sharon Mills Ridner, 350. Marvin Rutherford, 275. School Board District 3. Randy Heatherly, 526. Cody Parker, 415. And in the 4th District, Ronnie Lasley received 653 votes. Is the only person running unopposed. Crystal Creekmore received 557 in early voting in the 5th District. Both those offices unopposed. Ronnie Lasley and Crystal Creekmore obviously will win their next race, or this race. Constable District 1. Barney Cox, 271. Homer Harrell, 282. Kenneth Newsom, 76. Jamie Suttles, 71. Once again, Constable, District 1, Barney Cox, 271, Homer Harrell, 282, Kenneth Newsom, 76, Jamie Suttles, 71. Constable, District 2, Daryl Chapman, 447, Larry Ford, 142. Johnny Jones ran unopposed and received 736 votes in District 3. Dewey Madison ran unopposed and received 688 votes in District 4. District 5, Constable, Gary Allen Jeffries, 382 votes early voting. Bruce Webb, 31 votes early voting. Paul Webb, 200 votes early voting. And we're going to go back and we're going to start on absentee voting from the same, it came in at the same time. Here's early voting.
And while they set up for that, absentee voting is your mail-in voting, the people older, disabled, can't make it to the polls for legitimate medical or other reasons.
And it looks like the District 8 votes were a little over 100 absentees. So that's going to be all those, there's not going to be a lot of absentee votes, but criminal court judge, Thomas J. Tabor, 15 absentee votes. Zach Walden, 112 absentee votes. Graham E. Wilson, 72 absentee votes. Campbell County Mayor, absentee voting. Robert L. Higginbotham, 43 votes.
When is that? Okay.
Jack Lynch, 90 votes. E.L. Morton, 98 votes, absentee voting countywide. That's 43 for Higginbotham, 90 for Lynch, 98 for Morton. Bay Plain County Commission, District 1, absentee
Let's
voting.
give them just a second to pull up here.
Well, I'll read it for the
Okay,
viewers, I'll read it
I
out
got
to
you.
them.
I got you.
20, David Atkins. 6, Becky Aiken. 3, Al Alvarez. 11, Ray Bostic. 0, John T. Bucksbaum. 6, Dwayne Gibson. 4, Holly Boshiers Helton. 0, Harley Hill. 4, Mike King. 16, Zachary Marlowe. 8, Tina Richardson. Tim Richardson. 6, Steve Sewell. 15, David Wormsley Jr. We'll read those off again. 1st District County Commission, absentee voting. David Adkins, 20. Becky Aiken, 6. Al Alvarez, 3. Ray Bostic, 11. John T. Bucksbaum, 0. Dwayne Gibson, 6. Holly Boshiers Helton, 4. Harley Hill, 0. Mike King, 4. Zachary Marlowe, 16. Tim Richardson, 8. Steve Sewell, 6. David Wormsley Jr., 15. Those are the absentee votes for the County Commission District 1. County Commission District 2, absentee voting. Beverly Stanfield Hall, 27. Dwayne Mailman Kitts, 31. Scotty Kitts, 25. Lisa Lester, 9. Dalton Suttles, 0. And John L. Vanover, 18. Once again, County Commission District 2 absentee votes. Beverly Stanfield Hall, 27. Dwayne Mailman Kitts, 31. Scotty Kitts, 25. Lisa Lester, 9. Dalton Suttles, 0. And John Vanover, 18. County Commission District 3 absentee voting. Dwayne Baird, 23. Will Irwin, 13. Rusty Orick, 27. Scott Stanfield, 22. That is the District 3 County Commission absentee vote. Once again, Dwayne Baird, 23. Will Irwin, 13. Rusty Orick, 27. And Scott Stanfield, 22. County Commission District 5, since we know that the District 4 winners are locked in. Ralph Davis, absentee vote 34. Michael Douglas, 20. Tyler King, 31. Pauline Baldwin Roberts, 10. And Derek Lynn Sharp, 29. General Sessions Judge, absentee voting.
Correction, go back one more time. Which one, Colby? Or-
Tyler L. King. What was Tyler's on that?
31.
Okay, not 13, thank you.
General Sessions Judge, absentee voting. Christy Anderson, 34. Bill Jones, 88. Amanda Simmons, 104. Once again, that's Christy Anderson, 34. Bill Jones, 88. Amanda Simmons, 104 in the absentee voting for the entire county. Sheriff, absentee voting for all of Campbell County. Eddie Wayne Barton, 106. Robert K. Goins, 119. Jamie Hall, 16. Absentee voting, Campbell County Sheriff, 106 Barton, 119 Goins, 16 for Jamie Hall. County Clerk, absentee voting, 117 Maria Baird Parton, 110 Todd Nance, 9 Dwayne Wilson. Once again, Campbell County Clerk, absentee voting for the entire county, 117 Maria Baird Parton, 110 for Todd Nance, and 9 for Dwayne Wilson. Register of Deeds, absentee voting for all of Campbell County. Brittany Miller Faust, 74. June Turner, 144. Register of Deeds, entire Campbell County absentee, 74 for Brittany Miller Faust, and 144 for June Turner. School Board, District 1, absentee voting. Dan Coleman, 14. Jeffrey Miller, 26. In School Board District 1, the entire county absentee vote. Dan Coleman, 14. Jeffrey Miller, 26. Second District, Sharon Mills Ridner, 28. Marvin Rutherford, 12. So absentee voting for all of Campbell County. Sharon Mills Ridner, 28. Marvin Rutherford, 12. School Board District 3, absentee voting. Randy Heatherly, 32. Cody Parker, 16. Once again, School Board District 3, absentee voting. Randy Heatherly, 32. Cody Parker, 16. And Creekmore and Leslie running unopposed. Constable, absentee voting, District 1. Barney Cox, 14. Homer Harrell, 13. Kenneth Newsom, 4. Jamie Suttles, 5. Cox, 14. Harrell, 13. Newsom, 4. Suttles, 5. That is for Constable, District 1, absentee voting. Constable, District 2, absentee voting. Darrell Chapman, 23. Larry Ford, 16. Johnny Jones runs unopposed in Constable District 3. Dewey Madison runs unopposed in District 4. Constable District 5, absentee voting, Campbell County. Gary Allen Jeffries, 14. Bruce Webb, 7. Paul Webb, 29. Once again, Gary Allen Jeffries, 14. Bruce Webb, 7. And Paul Webb, 29 in the constable race. And that is all of early and absentee voting in the local county races.
Just for a second, can we pause putting any numbers so that we can have our duo over there add things up? Because it'd be nice to see what the sheriff's race totals are with absentee and early.
We have plenty of more precincts coming in right now too. It just takes a long time to read those early voting totals, but they are big and.
Our amazing
pretty
crew over
much-
here putting our numbers in on our
Election changes.
spreadsheet here.
Well, it's Carmen Wright putting them in. She's the greatest person in the world, so just throw that plug up for her.
So let's let him total up for
Campbell.
sheriff here real quick, so we can
Campbell
give out the
Elementary.
total numbers.
Here's
So it looks like with absentee and early voting and the precincts reporting in, we have Barton at 2,790. We have Goins at 2,503, and we have Hall at 390.
Early voting really swung that up.
Yeah, early voting really jumped that.
And one thing to note too, Jellicoe precinct, Wayne Barton had 201 votes to Robbie Goins' is 37.
Right.
That's the biggest precinct, if I'm not mistaken, in the 5th district.
Yeah.
So I think that we may have a new sheriff, but it's going to be a very,
There's
very
still
close one throughout the
several
night.
districts, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's anywhere from 7 to 8 districts that haven't, but
It's
there's
just-
smaller districts maybe.
It's hard to overcome that trend you see on early voting.
Right.
It really is.
And Campbell is usually one of the top 4 precincts in size on this side of the mountain, and Jeremy has those totals.
Yes, what precinct was this again? I'm sorry.
That was Campbell.
Campbell and District 4.
Caraville Elementary. Again, that's Caraville Elementary.
Just a second. We're on Carroll Elementary now.
For General Sessions Judge. Christy Anderson, 57. Bill Jones, 126. Amanda Sammons, 103.
Man, that's a close race.
Again, that's Christy Anderson, 57. Bill Jones, 126. Sammons with 103. The sheriff's race, again, this is Caraville Elementary. Barton, 142. Goins, 110. Jamie Hall, 34. Did everybody get that?
Got
Yep.
Circuit Court Clerk, oh, that's Bobby Van. I should have known that already. County Clerk, Maria Baird Parton, 111. Todd Nance, 163. Again, that's Baird Parton, 111.
111, not 11.
Yeah, 111. And Todd Nance with 163. Dwayne Wilson with 14. Register of Deeds. Brittany Miller Faust, 165. June Turner, 105. Again, that's Faust, 165. Turner, 105. In the trustee race, we have Monty Bullock with 210. Again, this is the Caraville Elementary precinct. 210 for Monty Bullock. Eddie Crabtree, 65.
210.
And I think we're probably comfortable to stop reading out votes for that. Are we all comfortable, the 3,000? Declaring Monty?
I think
Monty-
Monty has that one right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll have these totals later, but
Yes,
as
we'll
far
have
as,
these.
That way we can just continue to focus on some of the key races tonight and leave some of these kind of blowouts alone.
I believe the rest of those are.
Noticing this, a trend here that's kind of bucking the odds. Bill Jones is running ahead here on election day, and Amanda Sammons ran ahead in early voting. You don't see that very often. And that race is really close between those two now. And I say Amanda ran strong early. People who wanted to vote for Amanda knew they wanted to vote for her, and they got out and did it. And I guess Bill Jones, maybe he had some last minute deciders, but he seems to be winning a lot here.
But there's good chances that tonight we're obviously gonna have a new criminal court judge. We may have a new general sessions judge. Likely going to have a new mayor. Possibly going to have a new sheriff. We're obviously going to have a new county clerk. Likely going to have a new register of deeds. I mean, this is the anti-incumbent
Go
election.
back to
maybe.
2014, and it was just incumbent massacre. But I'll say this, the county commission's doing better as incumbents
Yes.
than it did in 2014. It and the school board both took a real beating back in 2014.
The only place we know so far that the county commission, well, the 5th district, Ralph and Tyler are doing really well. But the 3rd, we had one kind of new outsider to the race and 3 incumbents. That's hard to run against 3 folks.
What do you need? We need Campbell County High. Brandon, you have that number for Todd Nance. We need Campbell County High School, if anybody has that number.
Yeah, we just called it out.
97. And wow, talk about a race there.
Right, that puts Barton at 2676. That put Todd Nance at 2788. And then Wilson at 363. So that is neck and neck.
And we still need Alder Springs as well.
Correct.
Alder Springs for Maria Baird Barton.
We should have that right here.
Alder Springs.
48.
Okay, 48.
48 for Maria Baird Barton.
Here's LaFollette Elementary.
Alder
right here.
Springs,
I
48.
mean, this is a big, and with some of these, like I said, with the judge race and some of the others, just not really decided early voting.
Yeah, but Barton and Nance are literally neck and neck.
Less than 100 votes.
Literally neck and neck. If this is anybody's race.
Parton really
For
cleaned
county
up in the
clerk.
5th district, and Todd is slowly eating back on this side of the mountain.
And they were almost tied on early votes.
Yeah, and that really was, it's just, some of these races like this, it's really close every year. It's been less than a couple of hundred votes
And
every year. These races.
early voting was just
Jerry pointed out earlier about some of these races that just had a slim margin. Robbie Goins, he's had slim margins the last election cycle.
The mayor's race in 2018 was decided by a little more than 200 votes. The sheriff's race was decided by a little more than 400 votes. The Register of Deeds office was,
We already called Pinecrest.
Yeah, but we got LaFollette
about
Elementary coming in.
300
we have
votes.
LaFollette Elementary. You can go ahead and
LaFollette Elementary. Ginger, go ahead if you
Go
want
ahead.
to.
John.
Robert Higginbotham is 111. Jack Lynch, 209.
County Mayor, start over one more time, please.
Robert Higginbotham, 111. Jack Lynch, 209. E.L. Morton, 105.
Man, that's a real,
1 write-in and 16 undervotes.
Here's George Jones right in again.
George is a popular man.
He's ready.
Yeah.
County Commission, District 2. Beverly Hall, 102. Dwayne Mailman Kitts, 259. Scotty Kitts, 195. Lisa Lester, 114. Dalton Suttles, 53. Johnny Vanover, 163.
Is this LaFollette Elementary School?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And we should be able real quick.
And we had 2 write-ins.
We should be able to real quick here in about 30 seconds declare winners for County Commission District 2.
This is all precincts reporting from the second district.
It looks like the #1 vote getter is Mailman Kitts. Mailman, congratulations on winning your seat back, my friend. #2 vote getter is Scotty Kitts. #3 is Beverly Stanfield Hall.
Congratulations to those 3.
And, Scotty and Beverly are both former commissioners.
Correct.
Yeah. So they are very experienced already in the role.
Carmen, who do we need? What do you?
Well, we have double the exact same thing right there.
Yeah, so East LaFollette needs to be redone.
Okay.
But
Oh, okay. So we have reported.
Hold on, I got
That
it.
wasn't Carmen that did that.
I got you. Beverly Stanfield Hall, 102.
yeah,
Mailman, 259.
yeah,
195, Scotty Kitts.
yeah,
114, Lisa Lester.
yeah,
53, Dalton Suttles.
yeah,
163, John Vanover.
yeah.
So it doesn't change the results, it just changes the totals a bit.
No, we need East LaFollette. That was LaFollette Elementary.
We don't have LaFollette.
They're reading LaFollette Elementary now. We need East LaFollette.
No,
It's all right. Okay. Okay, now who's got,
That's right for East LaFollette.
you just, you
LaFollette
got.
Elementary.
Okay.
LaFollette Elementary.
That's what I
Yep,
just read.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. 125, 154, 148, 86, 33, 83. Still no change there. A couple precincts juxtaposed. Can we continue reading on East La Follette, if you don't mind?
Follow Elementary.
La Follette
Excuse me, La Follette Elementary. Now that one was my fault, not Marvin's.
County trustee, Monty Bullock, 301. Eddie Crabtree, 115. 0 write-ins and 26
You
undervotes.
can skip those.
Okay. General Sessions
really
Judge,
General Sessions Judge, yep.
Christy Anderson, 120. Bill Jones, 171. Amanda Sammons, 142.
Bill Jones continuing to make up some ground on election day.
And we don't have the total off for this one yet, so we'll hold off for a minute.
So our totals for our General Sessions race, Judge Sammons is narrowly in the win by about 20-something votes, followed closely by Bill Jones, and in a pretty distant third is Christy Anderson.
Those are all strong numbers, though. Every candidate's got strong numbers coming in.
And if Sammons is able to pull this off, she needs to thank Christy Anderson,
That's true.
because Christy Anderson's addition to the race has...
That third person always pulls.
Yep.
Always pulls.
We got some sheriff results, maybe?
Yep. Eddie Wayne Barton, second, is 210. Robbie Goins, 185. Jamie Hall, 38, and 1 write-in.
Old hooks.
So yeah, Barton at this point continues to pull away
Right.
by about 300 votes. So
That's a neck and neck race
How
right
many,
there.
how many districts are in now?
We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, including early and absentee.
And that's a lot of the big districts and the early voting totals, so it's gonna be tough for Robbie to come back from this. I think, it looks like Wayne Barton may, as Brandon pointed out, we may have a new sheriff.
Bro, what do we got next at that particular precinct?
County clerk,
County clerk's race.
or circuit court, it's uncontested, Bobby Van, 371.
okay, there should be a
And
county.
1 write-in.
Yeah, county clerk.
County clerk, Maria Baird Parton, 157. Todd Nance, 239.
Wow.
Dwayne Wilson, 25.
That's still a neck and neck race there.
200 votes.
Yeah.
Register deeds, Brittany Miller Faust, 242. June Turner, 172.
Mm.
Wow. That one, just a few votes separate those two as well.
Okay, we're gonna go back and probably read East La Follette again. That was voted on at La Follette. Are you done? Did you finish those?
Their school boards.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and do it. No, go ahead and do that.
School Board District 2, Sharon Mills Ridner, 227. Marvin Rutherford, 173.
I feel like Sharon's probably got that race at this point wrapped up.
Constable District 2, Daryl Chapman, 286. Larry Ford, 87.
So hold on one second.
What were those numbers again for La Follette Elementary?
Constable,
Correct. Daryl Chapman.
Daryl Chapman was 286. Larry Ford was 87.
I think Daryl's probably got that race wrapped up.
Yeah, can we go ahead and, we can call that. Daryl Chapman will be your new constable in District 2. You all cool with that?
Yep.
I spoke a little soon, but I just assumed we're all
Daryl's
in agreement
yeah.
there.
Daryl's, he's had some big vote totals and had one big in early voting.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got over 1,000 votes for Daryl Chapman. That's impressive, Daryl. Good job.
And that's it for local.
Okay. You may,
Do you have, the criminal court judge
criminal court judge. Did I not read that already?
Did you have that, Brenda?
It should
We
be.
don't have-
I don't have criminal.
We don't have criminal court judge yet.
Okay.
This is, that's what she said. I haven't had a chance to look at it
This
yet.
is East Follett.
She's looking for criminal court judge.
While we're going over some numbers, Exterior Home Solutions has made this broadcast possible tonight. They've been a great sponsor of not only the Times, but many athletic teams and charitable events in this county. So big shout out to Exterior Home Solutions.
We're gonna have East Follett coming up here, East Follett Precinct, criminal court judge, Thomas J. Tabor, 21, Zach Walden, 169,
Be under 8.
Graham Wilson, 78.
Court judge. That one right there.
Wow.
Okay,
Graham's
I got
holding
it.
pretty tight with
I got it.
Zach, all things considered.
Is this criminal court judge for
Yep.
La
This is
Follette?
LaFollette Elementary.
This is La Follette Elementary.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Thomas Tabor Jr., 36, Zach Walden, 258, and Graham Wilson, 106, one write-in.
Okay, back to East LaFollette Elementary. County Mayor's Race. Robert L. Higginbotham, 90. Jack Lynch, 133. E.L. Morgan, 69. County Commission, East LaFollette. Beverly Stanfield Hall, 125. Dwayne Melvin Kitts, 154.
Okay, so we've got that in for La Follette Elementary.
This is East LaFollette, East LaFollette precinct. That prior one was LaFollette Elementary, this is East LaFollette. Go back again, County Commission, Beverly Stanfield Hall, 125. Dwayne Melvin Kitts, 154.
Yeah, we've already got that.
We've already got
I
these.
don't know how.
We have it under as La Follette Elementary for some reason.
I think we've got East Fulton following on your name switch. No big deal.
So we need to, yeah, if that's East, if that's
This
East
this
La
is
Follette,
East LaFollette.
then whoever has La Follette Elementary, we need to look those up.
That
It
was
should just be
Ginger.
flipped.
Ginger just read those off. We'll follow
Yeah,
them.
That was LaFollette Elementary, this is East LaFollette.
Yeah, I think I had them. I had that open. So that's
Okay,
why-
okay, so they're just switched.
So I'll read them off now for our viewers, and we'll read them off again for our total station. East LaFollette Precinct. County Commission, Beverly Hall, 125. Dwayne Melvin Kitts, 154. Scotty Kitts, 148. Lisa Lester, 86. Dalton Suttles, 33. John L. Vanover, 83.
I will say, I am kind of stunned right now at Graham's performance, Graham Wilson here in Campbell County. Let's see.
General Sessions Judge here, East LaFollette. Christy Anderson, 93. Bill Jones, 134. Amanda Simmons, 62. East LaFollette precinct. Sheriff, Eddie Wayne Barton Jr., 114. Robbie K. Goins, 121. Jamie Hall, 53. County Clerk, East LaFollette Precinct. Maria Baird Parton, 100. Todd Nance, 152. Dwayne Wilson, 30. Register of Deeds, East LaFollette Precinct. Brittany Miller Faust, 184. June Turner, 93. That missed one that race. School Board, Sharon Mills Rodner, 149. Marvin Rutherford, 105. And the commanding lead again for Darrell Chapman in the constable race, as we've declared him the winner already at this point.
And I think we're good to declare Sharon Mills
I think
Ridner.
Sharon Mills Rodner.
She will retain her seat on the
Retain
school
her seat on
board.
the school board.
While we're out there, there are various election parties going on. I know several of them are watching us. I just heard from the folks in at Raging Axes congratulating us on our broadcast tonight. They sent messages telling us what a great job we were doing. We got some more numbers coming in.
We did.
Get Dimmy back.
We were waiting. We were about to have numbers from the Ridgewood Precinct itself, part of the 1st District.
I don't know how much he is behind right now, but Dimmy is pretty much where his family is centered, so BL's gonna have to do really well right here to even potentially catch Jay.
Well, if we look at the numbers right now, we've got Higginbotham at 1530. Sorry. We've got Higginbotham at 1,513. We have Lynch at 2,585, and we have Morton at 1865. See if I can read these. These are from
Demery.
This is Dimmy precinct.
This is District 1, Demery coming up.
Here we go. Okay, so this is for Demery. That's correct, right?
Yes,
This is Demery.
this is Demery.
For Criminal Court Judge, District 8, we have Thomas Tabor Jr. at 12. We have Zach Walden at 139. Graham Wilson at 39. District Attorney General, Jared Effler, 163. Let's go to Public Defender, County Mayor. Robert L. Higginbotham at 48. Jack Lynch at 92. E.L. Morton, 69.
Wow, that's a surprise at Dimmy.
It certainly looks like Jack Lynch.
New county mayor.
One or two more precincts, and I think we can call
It's
that.
getting really close.
County Commission, District 1.
It's gonna be a long one, guys.
Let's read the long shopping list here. David Adkins at 40. Becky Aiken, 45. Al Alvarez, 9. Ray Bostic, 47. John T. Bucksbaum, 8. Dwayne Gibson, 64. Holly Boshears Helton, 13. Harley Hill, 3. Mike King, 12. Zachary Marlowe, 80. Tim Richardson, 63. Steve Sewell, 13. David Wormsley Jr. at 51. And there's 6 writings, believe it or not. Let's see. Of course, Monty Bullock for County Trustee at 161. And Eddie Crabtree at 39. General Sessions Judge.
What was that last one?
Are you go for County Trustee? Monty Bullock at 161 and Eddie Crabtree at 39. General Sessions Judge. Christy Anderson at 50. Bill Jones at 82. And Amanda Sammons, 71. Sheriff. Eddie Wayne Barton, 91. Robbie Goins, 106. And Jamie Hall at 15.
Again, this is the Demery precinct thing.
Yes, correct. Bobby Van, don't need county clerk. Maria Barrett Parton at 82. Todd Nance at 106. Dwayne Wilson, 19. Register of Deeds. Brittany Miller Faust, 118. June Turner, 80. School Board District 1. Dan Coleman, 58. Jeffrey Miller, 122. That's a good number for Jeffrey Miller there. Constable District 1. Barney Cox, 107. Homer Harrell, 53. Kenneth Newsom, 21. Jamie Suttles, 13. I think that's it for those.
So how many precincts do we have in now? And let's do some totals for the entire race at this point. I know we have some outstanding precincts, smaller ones, wins, outstanding for some of the races. I think that Stony Fork is still outstanding. Clinchmore, as it says on there.
I believe we have 13.
Valley View is still outstanding.
It's probably the biggest one left at this point, I think.
From what we have, see, for
Here's
criminal
Valley
court,
View.
Well, this one we may be able to call it afterwards.
Okay, Valley View, Criminal Court, Thomas J. Tabor, 33. Zach Walden, 308. Graham Wilson, 134. Campbell County Mayor Race, Valley View Precinct. This one came in big for Jack Lynch. Robert L. Higginbotham, 171. Jack Lynch, 250.
wow.
E.L. Morton, 83.
I'm gonna go ahead and say we can probably call this one, fellas.
It's getting really
That's
close.
super close. I don't know if the other districts combined can give enough to change the totals.
Jacksboro Middle School is still outstanding, though.
And that's a big voting district.
Oh, is it?
We've got
Okay.
Jacksboro down
Oh, we got Jacksboro down, that,
there. I mean, Jacksboro's, we don't have anything for.
It was the Jacksboro Station, we haven't got.
That's-
We haven't got that.
I've sent it to you. I've got it on my
I think
phone.
we
It's
did.
there.
I think we did.
We got Jacksboro Station.
we didn't do
We did
Jacksboro.
Jacksboro Middle earlier. Just like the second one we did.
We need to do it again. but I
County
don't know.
Commission, Valley View, First District, this is the long one again, David Atkins, 127. Becky Aiken, 19. Al Alvarez, 14. Ray Bostic, 113. John T. Bucksbaum, 7. Dwayne Gibson, 193. Holly Boshears Helton, 62. Harley Hill, 18. Mike King, 39. Zachary Marlowe, 169. Tim Richardson, 35. Steve Sewell, 47. David Wormsley Jr., 190. General Sessions Judge, Valley View. Christy Anderson, 118. Bill Jones, 201. Amanda Sammons, 181. Sheriff, Valley View. Eddie Wayne Barton, 252. Robbie K. Goins, 211. Jamie Hall, 42. County Clerk, Maria Baird Parton, 218. Todd Nance, 228. Dwayne Wilson, 50. Register of Deeds, Brittany Miller Faust, 343. June Turner, 149. School Board District 1, Dan Cohen, 118. Jeffrey Miller, 366.
Probably can call this one,
I don't think
swing-
Wells Springs has enough people.
To swing that.
No, yeah, I think Jeffrey Miller will be your remaining incumbent for that.
Constable, District 1, Valley View, Barney Cox, 156. Homer Harrell, 169. Kenneth Newsom, 82. Jamie Suttles, 53. So is that big district in? Districts outstanding that I can think of now, we have Coolidge out. Is Coolidge in? Let's look back here.
What was the one we needed for Jacksboro Middle? Did you still need numbers from Jacksboro Middle up there for somebody?
We probably, I don't think we have Jacksboro Middle for anything. Yeah, or at least we didn't.
Here's Jacksboro Middle, here's Jacksboro Middle.
We called them early on, we must have put him somewhere else.
All these right here, that's what I was trying to see that earlier.
Oh, okay. All right, so,
All right, Jacksboro Middle. Criminal court.
give me just a second. All right, so criminal court, I have Tabor at 13, Walden 157, Wilson at 56. We read them early on.
There's not another column of those same numbers.
No,
It's just before you all got.
We
You're
were
good.
trying to catch up.
You're good.
with this.
that was on.
All right, so once again, for Jacksboro Middle Criminal Court Judge, Tabor 13, Walden 157, Wilson 56. District Attorney, Jeremy's on mute that. Lead judge,
We congratulate our district attorney
Right.
and our defender for doing such a good job that they are unopposed.
Exactly right. County Mayor, Higginbotham 47, Lynch 98, Morton 87. Commission District 4, see, we don't need those are done. Lonnie Boyd 175, Eddie Crabtree 49 for County Trustee.
What was this?
175 for Bullock, 49 for Crabtree. Sessions Judge, Anderson at 54, Bill Jones at 102, Amanda Sammons at 77. Let's see. Jacksboro Station.
What else, Jacksboro Station?
Oh, we have the same thing at Jacksboro Station.
Ah.
On that one.
Sheriff. Eddie Wayne Barton, 97. Robbie Goins, 102. Jamie Hall, 31. County Court Clerk, Barry Parton, 100.
Do we need to repeat that?
Yeah, we have those on Jacksboro Station.
Todd Nance, 126. Register of Deeds, Faust, 114. Turner, 113. No writing for books on it.
You can't be everywhere.
No. Ronnie Lasley, Constable District 4, Jerry Madison. And that's all of them for Jacksboro Middle.
We've got Jacksboro Station.
All right, fans, while we're catching up here on the big board, it's looking like we're gonna have a lot of new faces in office this year.
Unless something just major happens, there seems to be a little shakeup.
Yeah, it's not gonna be just, I mean, it's normally those county commission and school board members that get replaced, and the incumbents tend to do well in their
Countywide
single
races.
countywide races, but this year the incumbents in the countywide races are really taking it on the chin, it looks like.
It's looking very much like we're gonna have a new mayor, a new sheriff, a
New register of deeds.
new register of deeds, very possibly.
Obviously, we're gonna have a new county clerk regardless.
And it's still really close on that sessions judge, but it's looking like Bill Jones may pull that one out.
Yeah, I think that one is too
Here's
close
the-
to call.
Here's the final.
These are the final numbers for the entire election. We're getting
All
ready
right,
for
folks,
that.
finals.
We're gonna start out, Register of Deeds. June Turner. $3,946. Brittany Miller Faust, $4,264.
So congratulations to Brittany Miller Faust. She will be our new Register of Deeds.
School Board District 1, Jeffrey Miller retains, 1,195 to 578 over Dan Coleman.
Congratulations, Jeffrey, for holding your seat in that.
Congratulations.
School Board District 2, Sharon Mills Ridner retains, 823 votes to 595 for Marvin Rutherford. School Board District 3, Randy Heatherly wins, 937 to 791 for Cody Parker.
A very good run by Randy Heatherly. He will make an excellent addition to that board.
Wow, what a close race this is going to be. Your General Sessions Judge. Bill Jones, 3,255. Amanda Sammons, 3,246.
Wow.
Christy Anderson, 1,966. So it looks like Bill Jones wins by 9 votes.
9.
Congratulations, Bill Jones.
Strong election day for Bill Jones after losing early voting.
For anyone who thinks that their vote doesn't count, this right here
That
is a
is
prime
true. That is
example.
exactly right.
That 9 votes separates that race.
And there is a new sheriff in town, folks. Eddie Wayne Barton II, 4,337 votes. Robert K. Goins, 3,667. So a pretty big margin there of almost 700 votes.
Give him those numbers again so we can.
Yeah.
4,337 for Eddie Wayne Barton. 3,667 for Robert K. Goins, and 638 for Jamie Hall.
That's a big margin.
Your county court clerk is Mr. Todd Nance, 4,105 votes. Maria Baird Parton, 3,916. Dwayne Wilson, 535. So the Nance family goes back in office in the county clerk's office. County Commission, District 3. Dwayne Baird, 983. Rusty Orick, 821. And Scott Stansfield, 797. So those 3 go back in office. Will Irwin comes in at 584. Pretty strong showing for Will, who was just a dark horse candidate. Decided he was going to try to change things up there, and he did.
He really did.
Right. Your County Commission, District 5. We have a new seat holder. Your top vote getter was Tyler King at 890. Derek Lynn Sharp comes in with 812. Michael B. Douglas comes in with 700.
Hold on a second. Give me a second to catch up.
Ralph Davis, 634. And Pauline Walton Roberts, 615. So Ralph Davis did indeed lose his seat.
Who do you need? What numbers for?
Sharp and Roberts.
Pauline Walton Roberts, 615. Derek Lynn Sharp, 812. So Derek Lynn Sharp, Michael B. Douglas, and Tyler King are your county commissioners in the 5th district. Your 1st district county commission, I'm just gonna have to read these off and you'll have to tally these over to the side. 'Cause there's a lot of them. David Atkins, 542. Becky Aiken, 395. Al Alvarez, 72. Ray Bostic, 463. John T. Bucksbaum, 58. Dwayne Gibson, 590. Holly Boshears Helton, 219. Harley Hill, 66. Mike King, 134. Zachary Marlowe, 709. Tim Richardson, 262. Steve Sewell, 182. David Wormsley Jr., 539. So it looks like your 3 county commissioners from the district are Zach Marlowe, who will maintain his office, Dwayne Gibson, 590, and just edging out David Wormsley by 3 votes, it's David Atkins at 542.
Went a strong run by several of those candidates.
There's a big
And all
field.
of those were first-time
And you
candidates.
know, there's two offices are gonna be open in that one, and, you know, congratulations to Zach for retaining his office and getting the most votes. That shows people really appreciate what Zach's doing in there in the first district. County Commission District 2. Dwayne the Mailman Kit has topped the list at 904 votes. Scotty Kitts runs a strong second with 800 votes. Beverly Stanfield Hall, she wraps up your final seat with 685. Then you had John Vanover with 559 votes. Lisa Lester with 399. And Dalton Suttles at 153. So your commissioners from the 3rd or 2nd district are Beverly Stanfield Hall, Dwayne Kitts, and Scotty Kitts.
And though there are new faces, those are all experienced commissioners.
Your county mayor. Jack Lynch, very strong, 3,691 votes for your new county mayor, Jack Lynch.
Hold on one second.
3,691 for Jack Lynch, your new county mayor. E.L. Morton, incumbent county mayor, he runs at 2648, which I believe Jeremy will have the total very similar to his 2018 number. And Robert Higginbotham comes in 3rd with 2,154 votes.
Yes, just for the record, that's 5 votes difference for Morton on this race versus 2018.
And I knew it was really close. I knew Jeremy had the number there. Your criminal court judge, this is just for Campbell County. This does not determine the winner of your criminal court judge. There are 4 other counties. 4,822 for Zach Walden. Graham E. Wilson comes in at 2,498. And Thomas Tabor Jr. comes in at 579.
Hold on, the 3rd.
Let's get those totals.
Let's get those totals one more time. Give them for Tabor.
Tabor Jr., 579.
And Wilson one more time.
Wilson, 2,498. So those are your Campbell County totals. They are also running in Fentress County,
Union County,
Claiborne,
Scott
and
County.
Scott County. So those will determine your criminal court judge, but Campbell County has historically won because you see margins like this. Campbell County is the most populous of the counties. And the Campbell County judge tend to build such a big lead here, he's really hard to overcome in other counties. And was that all the races we've got in now? That looks to be all the races.
So our courthouse has shifted significantly. A new mayor, a new sheriff.
It's going to be a new county clerk one way or the other.
There's always going to be a clerk change, and of course, register of deeds.
Yeah. Brittany Miller Faust has ran strong for 2 election cycles now, and she finally got up and was able to get out the vote and really strongly in her areas of the county, and she was able to, you know, take that office. So congratulations, Brittany.
And as Jeremy said, don't ever say there's no point in me voting. My vote doesn't count, because we saw a race decided by less than 10 votes.
Early voting, it went big for Amanda Simmons, And normally, if you go big in early voting, I would say if we analyze the numbers, all the early voting leaders probably won their race except for that judge.
Last election, I believe there was only one candidate that did exactly that, and that would have been Eileen Baird. She did win, or I'm sorry, lose early voting, but she won the general election. And Todd Nance had beat her last time in early voting.
Todd was able to make that lead stick. It was another close race for those. Those officers are just hotly contested every time they're out. And it's strange because you think there would not, like Monty Boy's office, there shouldn't be a lot of controversy with that office, but it's a polarizing office for some reason that gets a lot of votes both ways. And I mean, E.L. Morton, he had two-term county mayor, and suddenly it was gone for him.
We'll go ahead and let them know they can call in as well. I'm trying to get hold of some of them that have
All right,
requested to speak to the audience. So go ahead and let them know.
Some of our candidates and winners are going to be chiming in really soon. We're working on that.
We're getting the live video feed, and they'll be on your screen hopefully, or they'll be on a phone call.
Okay.
So,
And again, we'd like to say congratulations to those who have won. And if you lost your race today, we'd like to say, you put forth a good effort. It wasn't because of any lack of campaigning.
And we want to thank you for your interest in our county and wanting to step up and be a leader.
Yes.
I'll also thank the voters for getting out and voting, because these are the races that are going to affect our lives as citizens of Campbell County far more than national elections or even state level elections. These local elections, these are the people that you see every day that, they're going to affect a lot of the rules you have to live under. So, congratulations, get out voting and making your voice heard. And in places you wanted change, we see change. In places you liked what the job was being done, we see those people maintaining by big margins. So, that's the democratic process. It's beautiful.
And I think we all grew up in an environment where we knew that our vote mattered, all of us sitting here. And, we're lucky in the fact we live in a place where our vote matters. And if you're a parent out there, I'd like to ask you right now to educate your children that their vote is going to matter in the future, because that's the only way we maintain this process.
Exactly right.
100%. I've actually spoken to people who won't go vote because they literally said it doesn't matter. Which you can see these results tonight, that is completely untrue. Your vote mattered massively in tonight's election. Early voting, like you said, we just had the discussion, early voting numbers can either propel or hurt a candidate so badly or so well. Your vote definitely counts, so get out and vote. In our age, what was it? Rock the vote, I think?
Rock the vote.
Rock the vote. So get out and vote. Don't ever take that for granted. It is one of the freedoms that we get to do that a lot of people don't do. Look at the world. Not everyone gets the privilege to do what we are doing right now.
I did notice a little trend here with absentee voting as I was reading them off. In almost every race, the older candidate got more absentee votes, which I guess that tells you who their friends group are. As they're older,
That's true.
they have older people that can't get out and vote, so the absentee vote. But the older candidate carried almost every absentee race. I've never noticed that before. So that was a little quirky thing. And so that Bill Jones Amanda Salmon's race was epic. I think Bill will be a good judge. Amanda's been a great judge for the last several years that she's been a judge.
Because remember, these judicial terms are 8-year terms as opposed to the 4 years of the other offices that we had tonight.
Correct.
If y'all want to go ahead and recap some of the new people, some of them have just chimed in and they're saying, hey, who won this, who won that?
Let's
Some
start
of the
with
big
county
ones.
mayor.
Start at the top.
County Mayor Jack Lynch is our new county mayor. He has ran multiple times. He's very passionate about that office, and he's going to bring some new ideas. So Jack Lynch is your new county mayor.
In this race, it shows that if you're passionate enough, don't give up. Continue to push for your goal. If this is what you want and you know that you've got the mindset that you can make a difference, do it.
We've
Keep
had
going.
several winners tonight that have lost multiple elections in a row that ended up winning tonight.
Now, on the other hand, Eddie Wayne Barton is a first-time candidate. He is our new sheriff. He defeated incumbent Sheriff Robbie Goins. And Wayne, Eddie, I always knew him as Wayne. We worked at Cove Lake together. I've known him for a number of years. He cares about his community. He has been a school resource officer. He has been a road officer. And he is the new sheriff in town, as the old saying goes.
Brittany Miller Faust, she managed to edge out June Turner for Register of Deeds. And, you know, June had won that race against her a couple of times before, but Brittany kept going, kept at it, kept getting out the vote, and this time she won. Todd Nance ran again for county clerk. I think this was Todd's third time running. And Todd managed to finally pull off the victory, so congratulations to Todd as well. And it's a close race again. It shows a lot of people like Todd, a lot of people like Maria Barton. And, you know, it just comes down to just that last day, election day. And you got to campaign every day these days, even with early voting. Early voting numbers are down across the board, so you got to keep campaigning.
And I'm going to say this, and we live in an electronic age, obviously. If you're watching the volunteer time stream right now, you know we live in an electronic age. But when you're running for office, it makes so much difference when you get out and meet the people.
It really does. There are actually people who will vote for the person who comes to their house, who shakes their hand, who greets them at the store. It's not all about what you see online. We get all of our everything online. We're instant gratification, but we are still social people. We still need that candidate to come to us, tell us personally what their view is, who they are, put a face with whoever they see online. It matters most. If you're out here pounding the pavement, shaking hands, telling people who you are and what you stand for and what you're running for, it matters.
I'm going to talk for a minute about our school board elections. 4th and 5th district, unopposed. 1st district, Jeffrey Miller. There's probably not a more passionate candidate out there that loves not only the one school in his district, which is Valley View, but all the schools. I did a story prior to the election where he was working on a project at Campbell Elementary School. Jeffrey has a passion. People saw that passion. Dan Coleman, great guy, great ideas. You know, he ran a good race, but Jeffrey being the incumbent and Jeffrey getting out and meeting the people made a difference. Sharon Mills Ryder, an incumbent that won as well. Longtime educator. Been a very productive school board member. Marvin Rutherford is a great guy. He has a family legacy on that school board. It's his father, Homer Rutherford, was one of the all-time great school board members of Campbell County. Sharon went in, but Marvin would have been an equally good candidate. The third, we lost an incredible school board member when Faye Heatherly chose, and rightfully so, and rightfully deserved it, her retirement. She has served tirelessly on that board, even on the state level. 2 great candidates, 2 people I know well, 2 people that I know for a fact have our children's interests at heart, were Cody Parker and Randy Heatherly. In the end, Randy won. Randy ran a great race, Cody ran a great race. And folks in the 3rd district, you got a great school board member in Randy Heatherly. He will work hard for you.
Now, Jeremy, do you have who all we replaced on the county commission? Who are the new people coming into the county commission?
No, I do not. But what I was sitting over here totaling, just for the record, there was 1,043 votes difference in the mayor's race. There were, again, in the general sessions judge race, there were only 9 votes that separated that race. There were 670 votes difference in the sheriff's race. 189 votes separated Maria Barton, Baird Barton with Todd Mance. Only 189 vote difference there. In the Register of Deeds, between Brittany Faust and June Turner, there was 318 vote difference.
Now, wanting to talk about the commission. Again, 4th District, same commissioners. The people in the 4th District are clearly happy with their representation. 1st District, Robert Higginbotham chose to try to bring his passion that he had as a commissioner to the county mayor. That opened a seat. Wick Goins, much like Fabo and Heatherly. Beautiful career as a leader in our county. Rightfully, justifiably so, retired. Now what we got there, Zach Marlin, youngest commissioner. Great guy, knows a lot. He will continue to serve you well in the 1st District. David Atkins, former commissioner. Knows his stuff. He will be an asset to your commission. Dwayne Gibson. I consider Dwayne a friend. I had the privilege of serving with him on Caryville City Council. He had a great passion for the city of Caryville. He no longer lives there. He lives in our 1st District. I have a feeling he will bring that passion to you all in the 1st District. 2nd District, once again, Clifford Butch Colemeyer. Longtime educator in this county. Chose to serve on our commission. Served us well. Rightfully, justifiably decided his time was done. So, what happens there? Mel Mankins, former commissioner. There's an old saying, everybody loves their mailman. It definitely applies here. He is also one that I know as a Caryville guy that just doesn't have to live in Caryville anymore. And I know how much he loved our hometown, but I also know how much he loves all of you that he represents in the 2nd District. Beverly Stanfield Hall. Her husband, Jeff, had potential to be a great county mayor. His life was cut short. Beverly serves well, continues his legacy, builds her own legacy. Also a great representative of the people. What can I say about Scotty Kids? Scotty has more passion, more energy, and more enthusiasm than anybody deserves to have. Scotty, I know for a fact, we're talking about going door to door. I promise you, if you lived in the 2nd District, probably part of the 3rd and 1st, you saw Scotty Kids.
That is true.
Scotty cares about his people.
And he campaigns every day.
He absolutely
I
does.
mean, you know, he's held that position for several years, and that's something that you have to give to him, is that, you know, even though he's in the office, he campaigns every day. He wants to represent his district well.
People are asking for a recap of all the finals plays, even down to the county commissioners and school boards.
Okay.
Final vote totals? or
Just
final-
not the totals, just the winners.
Okay, well, let me finish the county commission. 5th District. New commissioner, Brad Sharp. I don't know you. I wish you the best on this.
I recommend some.
They're recommending something. Tyler King,
We've lost
I know represents his people well. Mike Douglas, I know, was appointed after his father passed away. Will continue to represent his people well.
So, once again, the 3 5th District Commissioners are Mike Douglas,
Tyler Baird,
Tyler King, and
Brad Sharp,
Brad Sharp.
Derek Sharp.
Pardon me, we're getting all around.
Here we go.
Here we go.
We're back up running.
Okay.
Let's go back to the top, I guess, or where we want to start from.
Jack Lynch has won your county mayor's office.
Correct.
Eddie Wayne Barton is your new sheriff. Brittany Miller Faust, your new register of deeds. Todd Nance is your new county clerk. Bill Jones is your new general sessions judge.
Monty Bullock retains.
Monty Bullock.
Your new commissioners in the first district were,
Can you bring up first district?
Of what?
County Commission, first
it was
district.
David Atkins, and who was the other one?
David Atkins, Zach Marlowe, and Dwayne Gibson.
So that's your three new county commissioners on the first district. Your second district, you just named Beverly Stanfield Hall went in. Scotty Kitts retained. Dwayne Kitts is your new county commissioner in the second district. The third district, the three incumbents went back in. The fourth district, the three incumbents also went back in. And he just named the fifth district at the top.
And that was with one incumbent falling off the commission. And Ralph Davis.
Ralph Davis lost. And,
Bill Jones is calling in
Bill Jones is calling in.
just a moment.
he had the most exciting race of the night, just a crazy 9 votes. It looked like he pulled out early on election totals. We got the early voting in. Amanda Salmon surged into the lead. And then as we got more and more precincts in, it just turned out that on election day, I don't know what happened in the last week since early voting ended. On election day, people voted for Bill Jones. And
Again, it proves your vote counts.
it's like, I mean, Amanda Salmons, as I said from the beginning, people knew that Amanda Salmons, who she was, what they wanted from her, and they went out and early voted for her. They were willing to vote for Amanda early. But on election day, Bill Jones's crowd turned up, and he ran pretty big on election day in almost every precinct. He seemed to win, except for down towards Ridgewood and the south end of Campbell County, where Amanda ran pretty strong. But it just balanced out 9 votes, a 9-vote margin. And I don't know what Amanda, how she feels about, losing the race, or how she'll feel in 8 more years, but she'd probably make a go of it again if she feels like continuing on as a judge.
And if not, Amanda Salmons is an excellent attorney.
Bill Jones, he's been a public defender for a lot of years. He's affected a lot of families' lives for the positive, so, a lot of people voted for him. And he's ran a great campaign, and Brandon Johnson was just here helping him out with his campaign a lot.
He said, can I call right now? And I said, yes.
So we're waiting to get a hold of Bill.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do, if y'all don't care, there's a project that the Volunteer Times is putting together for this October, and there is a commercial to boot that up. While we're gonna wait here and see if Bill gets to jump on before we end the stream, why don't we go ahead and play that for just a moment, and we'll see if we can get a hold of
So
Bill
let's
in
go
the
to
meantime. Okay. All right, everybody, we're back. We just wanted to thank you all for sticking with us throughout the stream tonight, and got a few closing words here for you.
First off, if you voted tonight, thank you. If you tuned in tonight, thank you.
And I'll say thank you to Exterior Home Solutions for making all this possible. They really helped us out and helped us bring you total coverage of the election. I love seeing Jeremy back out here.
It was great to be with you
Al
guys.
joined us for the first time on election coverage tonight. Al does a lot of stuff for the Volunteer Times, and Daniel's did a great run on the camera, Kelly Jo coordinating all this just amazingly.
Go ahead and
Carmen
get
just,
Daniel,
she
you
knocked
jump in
it out of the
there.
park. Well, she had some help, but, you know, she knocked it out of the park. And, you know, Patrick, he's the political guru in town, so.
That's true. I would like to thank the volunteer time staff, everybody who comes together, everyone who was out and about, running around, the people behind the scenes that you did not see. This couldn't have worked without those individuals.
Massive undertaking.
Yeah, there's what, 18 districts that we've
Something like
done?
that.
21.
21 districts. We had somebody at 21 places.
Correct.
And about 2/3 of the districts in the county don't have cell phone service.
They had to take a picture and run it into us, so you saw the backwards and forwards. But once again, I would like to thank everyone who voted. This election will be the talk of the town for several days, if not weeks to come. So you've got a lot of talk to talk about tomorrow. It's going to be exciting with all the new people coming in. And once again, everyone ran a great election.
Yes, definitely. Thanks to the voters. Congratulations to our new officials and those commissioners and school board members who retained their seats. I look forward to seeing you and look forward to seeing what your ideas can do for our county.
And real quick in closing, thank you everyone just for watching the stream on behalf of the whole Volunteer Times team. You know, at one time we had over 600 people watching it, so we're so grateful to our audience, and we just wanted to say thank you, and of course congratulate, just as they have before, all of the candidates. I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart and let you all know how much that means to us. Go ahead and turn it over to you all to close. Finish.
In closing, this is a big election. We have municipal elections coming up in November. I hope you will equally passionately vote in those. And thank you all for watching tonight.
November is state and federal elections also. So we look forward to sitting down and